something is waiting for you. Uh, Welcome to Shivers and Stories. I'm glad you're here tonight. Find a comfortable spot, dim the lights, let my voice be your guide through the shadows. Before we begin our journey into the dark, remember to like this video and subscribe. It helps these stories find others who, like you, enjoy the quiet thrill of a good scare. Let me know in the comments where you're listening from tonight. There's a strange comfort in knowing we are all here together, scattered across the globe, sharing this moment. If there's a story you'd like to hear in the future, please tell me. I read every comment. Your nightmares often inspire my own. Tonight we are peering through a crack in the wall of the ordinary world, looking into the digital alleyways where desperation and opportunity meet. We're talking about Craigslist, a digital flea market where you can find a used bike, light cheap couch, a roommate. But sometimes what you find there is something you were never looking for. A chill that follows you home. Something that reminds you that not everyone is who they claim to be online. These stories are born from that unsettling feeling you get when a deal seems too good, that knot in your stomach when an address leads you to a place that feels wrong. The stories you're about to hear are a slow burn. They will creep up on you, planting a seed of doubt that will linger long after the video ends. Because sometimes a little fear is what keeps us safe. My name is Adrian Merrick, and when I was 28, my life was at such a dead end that I started looking for companionship in the darkest, loneliest corners of Craigslist. I lived in Greyhaven, Illinois, a rusted-out town that looked like it had already given up on itself years before I was born. I loaded trucks at a warehouse on the edge of town, the kind of job where no one learns your name, where you clock out and wonder how many years you can survive like this. My social life had collapsed. Nights became nothing but silence, the kind that feels heavy enough to smother you. That's where Craigslist came in. It was mostly junk, sad pleas from men who sounded as lonely as I was. And then I saw her. The attached photo was what made me stop. It wasn't a glamour shot. She looked normal. That was what made it believable. Her name on the post was Maris Vera. I knew it was probably a bad idea, but loneliness makes a man reckless. Against every judgment, I typed out a message. I expected silence. Instead, less than a minute later, my phone buzzed, my pulse jumped, my thumbs trembled as I typed back. Her reply was almost instant. We chatted a bit more. She asked if I had protection. I said yes. She asked how soon I could get there. Then she sent the address. Greyhaven at night always felt like moving through a graveyard. As I drove deeper into the east side, the houses thinned out. When I turned onto Dusk Willow Lane, I felt my chest tighten. It was narrow, lined with trees that leaned in as if they wanted to erase the road. At the very end of the street, right before the woods swallowed the pavement, I saw it. A small one-story house. It didn't look inviting. It looked abandoned. I parked on the street and sat there staring at it, my engine humming. My guts screamed at me to leave. Instead, I picked up my phone. The reply came almost instantly. Come around back, I frowned. Why the back? And the typing bubble appeared, then disappeared. No answer. Every instinct screamed, leave, but loneliness is louder than fear. I killed the engine, pocketed my phone, and stepped into the night. The wooden gate groaned as I pushed it open. The backyard smelled of damp earth and weeds. The house loomed dark, no lights on inside. Halfway across the yard, I froze. A faint creak. I tilted my head up and my blood ran cold. Someone was watching me from the second floor window. A shadowed figure, face obscured, standing perfectly still. The moment they realized I'd seen them, the blind snapped shut. My phone buzzed in my hand. Maris, be right out. Just brushing up. Stay put. My pulse hammered. Then came another sound off to my right, a soft snap like a branch breaking. Slowly, I raised my phone and flicked on the flashlight. The beam swept across the yard until it landed on the shed in the corner. Something moved. I swear I saw an arm, a pale arm, slide behind the shed. My whole body went cold. I switched the flashlight off instantly. I reached for the latch, and a window above slammed open.
Wait, don't go!
I bolted. I sprinted to my car, threw the door open, and jammed the key into the ignition. As I floored it, gravel spitting from my tires, the front door of the house slammed open. A gunshot cracked through the night. The car jolted violently. My steering wheel yanked. One of my tires had blown. I didn't stop. I kept driving, sparks flying as the rims scraped the asphalt, my chest heaving with every ragged breath. I didn't pull over until I was 5 blocks away. The repair guy showed up. He crouched by the shredded tire, whistled, and held up a mangled piece of metal.
"That's a bullet," he said. "Somebody shot your tire out. You're lucky as hell it didn't hit you."
Later, I learned the truth. 3 people were arrested at that house using fake Craigslist ads to lure people in. The house was condemned not long after. Even now, when I drive near Dusk Willow Lane, I swear I feel eyes on me. I know how close I came, and I know I'll never use Craigslist again. The stories we have shared tonight are echoes of a fundamental truth. The digital spaces we inhabit are not separate from our physical reality. They are extensions of it. The internet didn't create the predators who lurked in that abandoned house, or the manipulative cruelty of the woman who broke in. Those monsters were already there. Craigslist and platforms like it simply gave them a new window to peer through and a new key to try in our locks. Each story began with a simple, relatable need. A desire for companionship, the need for a reliable vehicle, the hope of finding a lost pet. Predators spot these cracks in our armor. They craft the perfect bait, a friendly message, a story of hardship, a deal that seems too good to be true. In every story, there was a moment, a single critical moment of hesitation, that knot in your stomach, that internal alarm bell. The people who walked away are the ones who chose to listen. They didn't worry about being rude. They trusted their fear, and that trust is what saved them. It's a lesson that is easy to forget. We are often conditioned to ignore our own discomfort for the sake of social grace. So, if there is one truth to take away, it is this: trust your gut. If a situation feels wrong, it probably is. As our time together comes to a close, a quiet unease may linger. Remember the simple rules. Meet in public. Tell someone where you are going. Never go to a second location. Be careful which windows you open. Be mindful of who you invite in. And remember, sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones who look just like us, whispering, "Sleep well."